Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation with a fascinating topic. Today, we'll be exploring Three Questions by Leo Tolstoy. This is a thought-provoking story that challenges us to reflect on how we approach life and decision-making. Over the next few minutes, we'll look at the key ideas behind the story and what lessons it has to offer. So let's get started. Now, let's take a closer look at the contents of this presentation. As you can see, the main points are numbered for easy navigation. Starting with number 1, we have introductory information, which sets the stage for what's to come. Then, moving on to number 3, vocabulary, where we focus on key terms that will help us understand the material better. Next is number 5, discourse activity, which involves engaging with the content actively. Following that, number 7 is the conclusion, where we wrap things up and review what we've learned. But what really ties all of these together is number 2, the theme of the story. This is the core idea or message that runs throughout the entire presentation. It's what links all these parts together and gives the whole session a cohesive focus. After that, number 4, scaffolding questions, will guide our understanding and encourage deeper thinking. Number 6, follow-up activity, provides opportunities to apply what we've learned beyond this session. So, in essence, this slide shows us how each part contributes to our overall learning experience, all centered around the main theme of the story. This structure helps ensure that we stay focused and make meaningful connections as we progress. Let's start by talking about the author of this work, Leo Tolstoy. Born in 1828 and passing away in 1910, Count Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy is widely regarded as one of the greatest novelists of all time. He's known for his incredible talent in portraying realistic characters and stories that truly capture the human experience. When we think of his contributions to world literature, titles like War and Peace and Anna Karenina immediately come to mind. They're considered masterpieces for their depth, complexity, and insight into life. Tolstoy's writing is often praised for its realism, which means he focused on depicting life as it truly is, without romanticizing or exaggerating. His works explore profound themes like morality, spirituality, and society, making them not just stories but reflections on human nature. In the context of this presentation, understanding Tolstoy's background helps us appreciate the themes and philosophies embedded in his works. His writings challenge us to think deeply about life, ethics, and our place in the world, which ties directly into our overall exploration of how literature influences and reflects human values. Let's take a closer look at the theme of Leo Tolstoy's short story, Three Questions. The story centers around a king who is eager to be the best ruler he can be. He believes that if he knew the right moment to start a new venture, the right people to seek advice from, and the most important actions to take, he could become a truly successful leader. So, he sets out to find these answers, even offering rewards for those who give him satisfying responses. Many people come forward with different answers, but none of them satisfy him. Frustrated, he then seeks out a wise hermit, hopping for clarity. When the king finds the hermit, he's busy digging, and even when he asks the same questions repeatedly, the hermit doesn't give immediate answers. Instead, the king helps him dig, which shows that sometimes patience and humility are necessary to find wisdom. Then something unexpected happens. A badly wounded stranger rushes toward them. The king chooses to help him, tending to his wounds despite the danger, and in doing so, he discovers that this stranger is actually his enemy. Yet, because the king saved his life, the man now wants to serve him. Before leaving, the king asks the hermit his questions once more, and the hermit responds with a profound insight that the answers the king was seeking were already found through his actions. The most important moment is now the present. The most important person is the one you're with at this moment, and the most important thing to do is to do good for that person right now. This story highlights that true leadership and wisdom come from our actions in the present, emphasizing the importance of focusing on the current moment and genuine deeds. It connects to our overall theme by reminding us that the key to making a meaningful impact is often found in simple, immediate acts of kindness and attentiveness. let's take a moment to explore the word idle. When we say something is idle, it means it's not in action or at work. For example, a machine that's turned off or a person who's resting instead of working. This concept is important because understanding when things are idle helps us identify where there might be inefficiencies or opportunities to be more productive. Throughout this presentation, we'll see how recognizing idle moments can help us improve our workflow and make better use of our time. So, keep in mind, idle means not actively engaged in a task at that moment. Let's talk about the hermit. A hermit is someone who chooses to retire from society, often for religious reasons. They seek solitude to focus on spiritual growth or personal reflection. This lifestyle is usually driven by a desire to disconnect from the busy world and find a deeper connection with their faith or inner self. Throughout history, hermits have played important roles in many religious traditions, serving as examples of dedication and devotion. In the context of our overall theme, the hermit reminds us that sometimes, stepping back and seeking inner peace can lead to profound insights and clarity. It's a powerful concept about the value of solitude and spiritual pursuit. When we talk about being frail, we're referring to a state of being physically weak. It's more than just feeling a little tired. It often means that the body's strength and resilience are diminished. This can affect a person's ability to perform everyday activities or recover from illnesses. Frailty is a key concept because it highlights vulnerability, especially among older adults. Recognizing this weakness is important because it can help us intervene early and support healthier aging. So, understanding what frail really means allows us to better address the physical challenges many individuals face as they grow older. Now, let's take a closer look at the scaffolding questions that the king asks. These questions are fundamental because they help guide important decisions. The first question is, what is the right time to start a venture? Timing can make all the difference in the success of an endeavor. The second question is, who are the right persons to advise him? Having wise and trustworthy advisors is crucial for making informed choices. And finally, the third question is, what is the most important thing to do? Prioritizing the key actions can steer efforts in the right direction. When the king didn't find satisfying answers to these questions, what did he do? He decided to seek out a wise hermit. His idea was to gain insights from someone who had experience and wisdom beyond ordinary understanding. This step highlights an important concept. Sometimes, when conventional advice isn't enough, seeking wisdom from those who have a deeper perspective can be invaluable. This story ties into the overall theme of the presentation, emphasizing the importance of asking the right questions and seeking wise counsel when faced with uncertainty. Now, let's move on to the fifth point, which is discourse activity. Here, we see a notice about a competition that has been put forward by the king himself. This is a key moment because it highlights the importance of communication and dialogue within the context of the overall theme. The notice serves as a call to action, encouraging participation and engagement from the community. It also reflects the king's role in promoting discourse as a means of strengthening social bonds and fostering understanding. So, when we look at this slide, think about how this competition ties into the broader idea of active discourse as a vital part of societal development. It's not just about the event itself, but about how communication can be a tool for growth and unity. Now, for our follow-up activity, I want you to take a moment to think about the most important person in your life. Write a paragraph about them, sharing why they hold such a special place in your heart. As you do this, consider the qualities that make this person so influential, whether it's their kindness, support, or the way they inspire you. This activity helps us reflect on the connections that shape us and ties back to the overall theme of understanding the people who impact our lives the most. Remember, it's not just about describing them, but about expressing what makes them so meaningful to you. Thank you so much for being here today. In conclusion, I want to emphasize the main points we've covered. First, we've explored the key concepts that underpin our topic, making sure we understand the core ideas. Then, I highlighted how these ideas connect to the bigger picture, showing their relevance and importance. Most importantly, I hope you take away a clear understanding of how these elements come together to support our overall theme. Again, Thank you for your time and attention. I look forward to any questions or discussions you might have.